Hi guys, this is Scott with Houston Event Photography. I'm going to show you how to make a template that you can selectively change the color to like black and white, sepia, or what they call old time photo. We're going to start out of here in our main menu. I'm going to go up into my preferences before I start, and I'm going to show you two things that you need to set. So go to your Teps settings and go to your operations window. And down here, if this is not checked, you need to have this little box checked. By default, from the factory, when you install Teps-X, it's not checked. It says allow to change to black and white, sepia, or old time photo on the fly. That needs to be checked. And that's pretty much it. We're going to show you now how to make the template. We're going to go into setup utilities, and we're going to set up a template, and we're going to create a new template. And we're going to tell it what size we want. We're going to say 5 by 7. That's typically what size. Whoops, that wasn't good. Close that out and start over. That's typically what size we make all of our print to files. Is 5 by 7. And you want to go up and you want to grab the little image object tool and drag it down. That's the picture that you're taking, putting it on this canvas. And again, Command R is a shortcut to make that bigger. And then you want to go over here and grab this node object tool. And a node tells your print processor what you want to do with this photo. So we're going to go down here, we're going to find the one that's 5 by 7. 5 by 7 node right here. And we just want 1 and 1. Just hit OK. And now come over here to the right under the object list window and click on that node object, and you'll get this little option box. And you want to make sure you have checked in there black and white, sepia, and old time color. That's going to let you change the colors on the fly. If somebody comes up and says, oh, I like that, but I like that to be black and white, you can be able to do that for them. Another thing you need to do, we mark at least one image and then hit apply. Okay, and now we're going to save this template to something we can remember. So we call this a print to file. So it's P2F underscore 5 by 7 underscore select color. And it's going to ask me, do I want to link this to an output canvas? I'm going to say yes. And I'm going to use my print to file set B for all my special templates that I use. So I'm going to say print to file set B. Now right here, you'll notice you have all these different options, black and white, color, sepia tone. And you don't want to check any of these. Down here you have one that says fill in all image nodes. If that's not showing up on yours, it's because up here where you have print images, you don't have marked images checked. If I change that to current image, that box will go away. So make sure you have it under marked images. And we're going to go and link this. First off, I'm going to tell you I'm going to use path 2. That's where all my special templates go, is to path 2. Or path 3 or path 4. And I'm going to go over here and make sure that this is linking to the right one, and we're just going to type in there P2F. That ought to be just one in there. Select color and hit choose, and I can close this out, and we should be done in the print into the main preferences folder. We should be finished. Now always check my processor. Go down here and pause your processor, go to its preferences, and go to the print to file, and we're going to say path 2 is where we want that to go. We want it to go to print to file. All you're doing here is telling the processor where to put the files that you're print to filing. You can change this directory to any folder, but we always leave it default to the print to file set A. That's the one that shows up in our Finder by default. Just hit OK and resume your processor. And if you hit Command H, it'll hide that screen. Alright, so we're finished with this template. Now we need to go make a package. So we're going to go into Packages, and we're going to do New Package. And I'm going to call this my print to file 5x7 select color. And I'm going to go over here under the printers, and we put that in the print to file set B. And it's showing up there. And I'm going to hit add item. Now if you ever want to print more than one, right here it says quantity 1. Well, people ask me, well, how do I do more than that? Just double click on there and you can change that to whatever number you want. Alright, but by default we just leave it at 1 because that's how many we're going to print. If we want to print more than that, we can. Alright, hit accept and return. And now when we go back to our main menu, we'll see if this is going to work. We'll go to preview images, go to our demo images, and we're just going to pick one. We'll pick this one here, and we're going to go over here. Now, see what I'm talking about is it defaults, it starts in special new mode, and we leave ours in this mode all the time, but there's other modes, and that's just basically how the screen shows up. If I put it in single mode, that's what your screen would look like. If I put it in chroma key mode, then it's going to show the chroma key screen. But the special new mode is where we leave ours. By default, it opens up all these different windows. And you'll make sure that your kiosk window is showing up. And we'll double click on that and make sure. Well, here's my package over here. My print to file select color that I just made. We're going to take this one image, open it up, and we want to make sure we have it marked, because if you don't have it marked, it's going to tell you that you don't have an image marked. And then that first option that I showed you when we opened up the main preferences, and I told you to make sure that little checkbox was checked that said you could print color or sepia tone or old time color. Right here, if you didn't have that checked, you wouldn't have this little menu right here. Leave as, or it says black and white, sepia, or old time color. You wouldn't have this. So if you don't have it, it's because you don't have that checked in your preferences. Alright, so I'm going to tell it I want to make a black and white one. Or let's make a sepia tone one. Alright, you don't see any change on the screen, but when you hit the print to file and you send it, if I go over here now and go to my Finder and I go to my print to file set A shortcut, you'll see two prints. I printed a black and white one earlier and didn't take it out of there. And here's the one we just printed, the sepia tone one. If I want to go back, I have to check this again. And I want to do an old time color. And I do a print to file. And here's where I told you can change the number of how many prints you want, but it's just another way of doing it. Now I'm going to go back to my Finder, and you'll see inside there is an old time color one. So that's how you make a special template that you can select the color that you want to print in Teps-X. Here again, the menu's got buggy, so we're going to hit the camera. All that shows back up now. And I hope you enjoyed this. I'm going to show you how to make another template where you can put different color images on the same canvas. We'll make that one in an upcoming video. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.